34% say they have a somewhat negative or very negative view. 6 in 10 voters who responded to the poll say they have a somewhat unfavorable or very unfavorable view of Trump, while about 4 in 10 have a somewhat favorable or very favorable view of him. Donna Warder, Washington.
On Wall Street, the Dow up by 522 points to a record 42,025. The Nasdaq rose 440 with the S&P 500 advancing 95. More at townhall.com.
Hi, everyone. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions for free. Call now and find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-504-8790. I'm here with spokesman John Wolf. So, John, tell everyone listening who should call right now.
Well, Maria, first off, thank you for having me here. It's always nice to answer the listeners' questions. Now, as far as who should call in, anyone who's been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, give us a call right now. 800-504-8790. You'll find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, John. You heard it, folks. Take advantage of this opportunity and call now. 800-504-8790.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center, may not be available in all states.
No cell phones in Texas classrooms.
That's what Texas Education Agency Commissioner Mike Morath wants. He says lawmakers should ban the use of cell phones in public schools across the state. Morath called the use of cellular devices extremely harmful to student progress and would already have banned the devices if it were within his power. His comments fall directly in line with the debate taking place in school systems across the country, a contentious subject that doesn't divide neatly along party lines. Some lawmakers appeared open to the idea, while others questioned whether it was necessary. John Scott reported.
Hunter Biden will be sentenced on felony firearms charges in December after the judge agreed to a delay requested by the defense. The gun charges are punishable by up to 25 years in prison, though he's likely to get far less time or avoid prison entirely. News and analysis at townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters reporting.
A muggy night on tap after a hot day. Another hot day tomorrow, and temperatures are going to be above normal now for the next several days. As an upper-level ridge building overhead will drop down the moisture levels and also prevent any rain from happening. Back to about 90-ish with morning and afternoon sunshine tomorrow. 70s in the morning Saturday, Sunday afternoons. Sunshine each day upper 80s to 90. We're going to carry that trend into early next week before some changes gradually begin to occur. Ralph Sanji, WGSO. Making travel vacation plans soon? Come and explore the best travel packages, pricing, and deals available all under one roof. Travel Central's annual Vacation Expo has something for you. One evening only, Tuesday, October 1st, 3:30 p.m. It's free now if you RSVP now at TravelCentralVacations.com or $5 at the door. RSVP now, 504-834-7000 or TravelCentralVacations.com.
The views expressed on Only Good Vibes News Network are solely those of its hosts and guests. They in no way reflect the views of WGSO AM 990.
Good people, good music, good food, good art, good energy, good information, good medicine, good time, good vibes, good news. Welcome to New Orleans' Only Good Vibes News Network.
When it's dark, look on the bright side. When it rains, wait on the sunshine. Everybody likes getting them good vibes, 'cause everybody's got a heart on the inside. We can take all the hard lessons, that little loving, and turn them into blessings. Don't complicate it, keep it simple. Just work hard and be nice to people.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to everyone who can hear my voice. Welcome to Only Good Vibes News Network, which is brought to you by NOLA Motorsports Park on the West Bank. If you want to go check them out, it's at 11075 Nicole Boulevard. You have golf carts.
They've got all kind of stuff. They've got go-karts. They've got an arcade over there. Hey, and you know what? They're going to have a zombie apocalypse paintball war in October.
Oh my goodness! I got to learn how to shoot a paintball gun, let alone running from a zombie. What do you got for us, Jay? What we dealing with?
Hey, we're right back here with the good vibes. I'm Jay. We got Whistle here, and as you know, we start off every show with some good things to think about to get your mind in the right framework. Whistle pulls out these Zen cards. He's got 2 with him today. Well, give us what you got. What you working with?
So the first Zen card that we pulled today in our magic box is truth. Truth. What is. What is not. No amount of wishing or wanting can change that simple fact. Truth. It's just fun stuff that we do all the time. And then understanding. Understanding what happens to you does not matter. What you become through those experiences is all that is significant. This is the true meaning of life. Understanding and truth. There's some really good cards to start off with today.
You know, it takes understanding and truth to bring someone like Rebecca Rainey to us. Rebecca Rainey is our guest today. She is the program director for the Metro Center for Community Advocacy. They provide pathways to hope and healing. They offer free services for survivors of domestic assault, sexual assault, stalking, human trafficking, and child abuse. And we're just happy to have Rebecca Rainey here and doing so much great stuff. Welcome, Rebecca.
Thank you,
Rebecca, for doing everything. That's a lot there, and we really appreciate your time. We know your time is the most important thing that people have, and your time is very important, and we appreciate you being here.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
So I'm just gonna pretend like I already read a lot of things in them, but I'm just gonna pretend like this is the first time that I've ever heard of it. So like my question, I'm gonna ask you the first question is like, who is Metro Center for Community Advocacy?
So Metro is a free center, confidential, that provides services for sexual assault, domestic violence, human trafficking, and stalking. We don't do waiting lists. We don't hold spots. So when you call and you're ready to get the service, we provide it. If we don't have the shelter beds, we connect you with another center that does.
Oh, that's great. And that it's free until like there is no more space, basically, and then that's when.
Well, it's so the shelter itself, it's time limited, but part of that when they come in is we start talking about their next safe place, and so we don't expect people to turn things around in a day or two. We do provide aftercare services such as housing. We're very, very fortunate to have grant funding that allows us to get people in a home for 6 months. We can help with security deposit, get things started. People say, why don't you just move? I mean, it costs a lot of money to move into your first place. You got movers, you got utility deposit, rent, security, all that stuff. And then aside from the emergency shelter with the safe space, we also have free legal assistance. So if somebody's looking to either get a restraining order to a divorce, we have an on-site attorney that helps provide those services pro bono. And then we also have a fabulous community educator that goes out in the community, all ages, all groups, and does prevention and awareness and things of that nature. And then we do non-residential counseling as well. So people that are safe could come in for counseling.
Rebecca, how did you get involved with this particular calling? We interview a lot of people here who get involved with different aspects of looking out for the community. And this one in particular is very crucial to the well-being of our community, taking care of families and taking care of mothers. What attracted you to that cause?
Well, I'm originally, my first 20 years doing this kind of work was with children survivors of violence, originally from Chicago. And then when I moved here to New Orleans, I started looking around, and I saw Metro Centers. We've had several different names. So when I first started, it was Metropolitan Center for Women and Children. And so I went in, and you hear that name and you think it's going to be this big, busy, like unfamiliar place. And I walked in, and it was just so welcoming and small, but yet just massive. And I, met with the executive director, Darlene Santana, who is she's a godsend. She's a fabulous human being. And they, talked to me about the mission. I was not specifically looking for domestic violence.
Right.
And then I realized my entire career had been surrounded by domestic violence, especially working with some older youth. I realized just how prevalent it was. And I walked in an interview, was hired, started 2 days later. place was closed for 2 days because of ice. Whatever.
Well, it's wonderful that you're doing that kind of work for our community, and you're primarily in Jefferson Parish, or this is all throughout the
So
parishes?
the agency itself is Jefferson Parish. We have main quote service areas, but we will serve anybody that calls. We wouldn't turn somebody away because of a location that they lived in. We might suggest or direct them to maybe an agency that's closer, but then you also have folks that are like, I don't want anybody to know I'm going to this place.
Right.
So,
I noticed online a lot of you don't necessarily have an address up
Right.
there really public. Like you keep some of this stuff a little bit under wraps
Yeah.
because of the type of situations that you're dealing with can be very volatile.
Right. Yes.
That was kind of you touched on some of it earlier, and Jamie just touched on it. But I was just wondering, what are all the types of services you guys bring? Obviously you can help them with attorneys. You also help like really, really young kids too. So
Yes. So we have along with the non-residential services. So we have a specific advocate assigned to the children. So she makes sure that the families that are coming into shelter with kids get all their basic needs taken care of, registered for school uniforms, supplies, field trips, things of that nature. And then she'll also provide clinical services. She's a master level licensed clinician. And then we also have the kids that are coming in that, aren't necessarily with families in need of shelter. Children that, are survivors of sexual abuse, children that have witnessed the domestic violence we often see. Somebody will see the mom and then will come and be like, he saw a lot of stuff. He might need to talk to somebody. So we try and get the whole unit to come in to do the services with them.
I like that you're working with the whole family unit, because really the importance of this work is keeping these families together and keeping the children healthy so that they can grow up in some sort of normalcy.
Right.
yeah, that's really fantastic that you guys do the entire. Because most of the time it's just one person that has that happen to them, and you don't realize that it's kind of a chain effect if it's a family.
Right.
And that's a really like. So, how can folks help? How can they get involved?
So if you want to, we always are welcoming with volunteers. You can go on the website. You can call our hotline, 504-837-5400. But there is an online application email on the website, because volunteering, even if you're just doing basic things at the center, you're still exposed to some stuff. So we want to make sure it's not like you just come in and get right in there and starting. We do a lot of training and domestic violence 101, sexual assault 101, just things that you might encounter, even from answering the door.
Now this website, is that the nofjc.org website?
No, that's a different agency. We are www.mccagno.org.
Can you repeat that one more time for us?
www.mccagno.org.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
It's a long one, I know.
If you're looking to get involved with the Metro Centers for Community Advocacy to help with families in need, you can call them at 504-837-5400. Or if you're a family in need, you can call them at 504-837-5400. Or you can contact them on that website. Rebecca, what was that website again?
www.mccagno.org. And I did want to mention that our phone is answered 24 hours a day by a live trained advocate. I have somebody there 24 hours a day making appointments, doing shelter intakes. So it's not an answering service. You don't have to wait for a call back from anybody.
Right now, you are listening to the Only Good Vibes News Network on WGSO AM 990 or around the world at WGSO.com. We're talking to Rebecca Rainey. She's the program director for the Metro Center for Community Advocacy. They do wonderful work here in New Orleans. They have services including emergency services, legal and financial services, counseling, housing, support for families and children who are in need. It's just such a wonderful thing. Rebecca, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stay tuned.
About the good life with the good vibes. Your virgin is your virgin, sister is your sister. Everyone want to make it, but if for one slice of bread, remember, make we break it. Good life with the good vibes. yes. Virgin is a virgin, sister is your sister.
Get hype on game day with the official Whistle Monster bobblehead. This action figure means business. With his game day attire and trademark oversized whistlehead, grab yours today for only $40 at the following location. Jam Nola, located at 2832 Royal Street, or at Empire State Deli, located at 447 St. Charles Avenue. But remember, you can always go to whistlemonster.com for all your monster gear. T-shirts, sweatshirts, bobbleheads, and even bumper stickers. This season, show off your New Orleans football spirit in style.
Getting ready to host a party but feeling overwhelmed? Gray's Gardens is here to help. From intimate to extravagant, Gray's Gardens creates delicious charcuterie boards, tables, and boxes. We're not just talking meat and cheese here. We've got nuts, almonds, honey, sweets, seafood, and so much more. We also offer hassle-free Bloody Mary bars with all the fixings. Make a big impression on your guests. Olympic-themed boards are popular this year, or you could liven up your game day parties this football season with custom-built tables. Gray's Gardens takes care of everything, from setup to cleanup. So contact Michelle at Gray's Gardens on Instagram today. Gray's Gardens, charcuterie meets attitude.
Celebrate 35 years of the New Orleans Film Festival this October 16th through the 27th. Get your pass today and join us for extraordinary films, panels, special guests, and unforgettable parties throughout the city. Don't miss out. Secure your pass today. For passes, tickets, schedules, and virtual screenings, visit NewOrleansFilmSociety.org. 35 years in the making.
Round these parts,
pass will go out there and it's intercepted.
The game of football
Hammered back at the 29-yard line.
Is all
caught at the 15-yard line. 10, 5.
The Rage.
Touchdown, Louisiana.
It means everything. It really does.
This is your radio home for Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns football.
Catch all the action of Ragin' Cajuns football this season, only on the community voice of the Crescent City, WGSO 990 AM.
Only Good Vibes News Network is brought to you in part by NOLA Learning Support,
providing educational therapy for students kindergarten through college with dyslexia and other mild to moderate learning differences.
Contact them at NOLALearningsupport.com.
They provide help for struggling students using research and experience to improve self-confidence and reinforce reading and writing skills.
NOLALearningsupport.com. Supporting young people is a great vibe.
What's up, my people? This is Derek Smoker Freeman. You're listening to the Only Good Vibes News Network with Jamie and Whistle right here on AM 990 in New Orleans. Yeah.
Everybody ain't breezy, and I hope you realize when you look into another person's eyes, you know today will be a very good day just to have a good day. You know today will be a very good day just to have a good day.
Today is a very good day to have a good day. I hope you're having a good day. You having a good day?
I'm having a great day. You know why?
Why is that?
Because this show was brought to everybody by NOLA Motorsports Park.
That's right.
Right over there.
Vibes News Network brought to you by NOLA Motorsports Park over there in Avondale.
On the West Bank.
On the West Bank. We've got Rebecca Rainey here. She's talking to us about all the fine work she does with the Metro Centers for Community Advocacy. If you need to get in touch with them to volunteer, to donate your time or your money, call them at 504-837-5400. Rebecca, thank you so much for sticking around.
Thank you.
Also, I want to say, if you guys want to call in after this and talk to Rebecca, the number is 504-556-9696.
Rebecca, you do so many amazing things for the community, and you've got a big month coming up, actually. October, for those of you who don't know, is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So anybody who might need someone to come into your organization and speak about domestic violence and the effect it has on the community and the country, they can call the Metro Centers for Community Advocacy, and they have people who go out and speak on the subject.
For free.
For free.
That's a great price. I always love that price.
Do you have anything planned yourself to, for the Awareness Month?
So our agency, we do events for the survivors specific. We're not having any events for fundraising or galas or anything like that this month. But we do honor the survivors with a dinner each October. We have survivor speakers that come that are comfortable with sharing their story, and it's just a night for them. We have it catered; they get served.
When does this go? You have this all set up and ready to go?
Yes, it's all set up. I can't tell you because
Oh, you can't. Oh, it's a private. It seems like we're missing some info.
Yeah.
I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah,
You have to
so
protect folks.
It's great. They come with their families. There's no groups. There's no chatting. It's here's your food. They serve. Whoopsie. We have the Kiwanis, the Moisan Kiwanis, every year host this for us. They provide the food and they do tuxedo service with hors d'oeuvres. It's really nice.
Wow.
We appreciate it a lot.
Very, very nice. Very nice. What can people do in their communities to raise awareness during this month of October? Do you think that it's important that we start talking more openly about these problems that sort of are endemic in our culture with domestic violence?
Yeah, I mean, awareness is an important word. Be aware of what's going on. Be aware of how sensitive this topic is, but also how important it is to acknowledge that it exists. You don't want to make decisions for somebody that might be in this situation. People are at different levels of their healing journey, leaving, fleeing, safety planning. I mean, there are some folks that don't ever leave, but the safety planning and to reduce the harm is critical. It's not always about leaving, get them out, leave them, go to a shelter, do this, they'll help you. That just doesn't always work for everybody. There's lots of things involved, whether it's children, financial situations, or just, their own kind of situation.
Well, your program there at Metro Centers for Community Advocacy certainly does a good job in being holistic and really taking on the whole problem of domestic abuse and coming at it from every angle, if you will, from food security to housing security, legal. Legal is always an issue with stuff like this, and you guys
Right.
provide that type of help as well. It's really
It's been a great asset to us.
excellent. Where do you see this going in years to come? Do you guys have expansion plans, or do you partner up with other people? What is sort of the long-term plan for Metro Center?
So we did recently expand our shelter space within our building, and we want to make sure that expanding is good, providing more services is good, but we want to make sure that we provide it thoughtfully and planfully, and not get like too huge. But we have 25 beds. We have housed just this month alone 11 households, 11 families, and I think that was a total of like 29 people. So think of all the kids. And last year we did 75 families, which is great because when I first started at Metro, we weren't able to house them ourselves. We were relying on other agencies, and those agencies were short staffed and trying to do what they could. And sometimes it was just like, all right, it's time for you to go. Where are you going to go now? And it was heartbreaking. And then we were able to, advocate for more funding, and just, we're just able to do so much. And I have such a fabulous team. If you're listening, shout out to Julie Walker and Kendra.
Shout out to Julie Walker and Kendra.
So I know this sounds like I know there's a lot of donations and everything that are done, but who are some of the sponsors that you guys have been able to get to join you guys in helping this in this mission?
So we have great funders. United Way is a huge supporter of Metro. DCFS, Department of Children and Family Services, they're a major funder for our shelter operations. And then we're accredited through the Louisiana Coalition Against Domestic Violence, which Mariah Winsky, who's the executive director, is a huge champion of getting us as much money as she possibly can and making it as easy to spend as possible. She's fabulous. And then LaFasa, Louisiana Foundation Against Sexual Assault, we're accredited through them for our sexual assault services. And they do some funding for us also and are a huge supporter.
So just say you're a family and you're in crises, or just single person that's in a crisis in one of these situations. What would you advise them to be the first thing to do?
Well, I mean, safety is the first thing. You have to really be, aware of what's going on. Is it safe to make a call? Is it safe to leave? Where are you at? Some people, it's just the important thing, if you're in, I mean, we can talk about the critical cases, where people need to leave, make sure you got your documents together. With no idea how difficult it is when somebody flees and either somebody has taken their documents or destroyed them, or they've forgotten them, to get them kind of on that next step. I mean, we can always get them and replace them, but that's just a whole nother, it's a headache sometimes to get it. Tell somebody, see if you have one person that you can share with what's going on, and if you can't, if you're afraid it's going to cause you more danger, you can call us. You don't have to be ready to go. People that call our hotline number don't have to have any decision. They don't have to
And the
make
people who man your hotline number, they're trained to deal with these types of crisis situations.
Yes.
A lot of
Yes.
times, when you're trapped in a situation like this, you feel like there is no answer. But these people are trained to have those kind of special answers for you.
Yes, they're trained to answer the call, and they have the authority to make any decision regarding services at our center.
Really, really cool.
Yeah.
That's some important information. I'm sure somebody out there needed to hear that. And what's the number again, just in case?
It's 504-837-5400.
And I think we're going to be putting that in our blog there that accompanies our show online. You can go to WGSO.com and take a look at all of our past shows and our talk here today with Rebecca. Rebecca, thank you so much for joining us in the studio today. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Before we go, just one little quick thing. You run the Metro Centers for Community Advocacy, and they're constantly in need of certain things. What's the one thing right now? If you had, would it be more volunteers?
Just one?
If you had
Okay,
more
top three.
volunteers, more money, more fundraising, more.
We got
I mean,
30 seconds.
We could always use more money, but really basic household items, comfortable clothes, scrubs, linens, bedding, pillows, air mattresses.
There you go. Necessities. You can donate necessities to Metro Centers for Community Advocacy by calling 504-837-5400. Thank you so much, Rebecca.
Thank you.
You are a good
Thank
vibe.
you, Rebecca. Thank you for spreading all those good vibes. And remember, tune in. We'll be back.
Did you know that Empire State Delicatessen, located at 447 St. Charles Avenue, celebrates its 20th birthday on Sunday, September 9th?
That's right. For 2 decades, Empire State Delicatessen has been serving New Orleans the finest Boar's Head brand meats and cheeses.
Whether you're looking for a quick sandwich for lunch or a catering spread for your next event, Empire State Delicatessen has you covered.
With a wide variety of sandwiches, entrees, salads, and more. There's something for everyone at Empire State.
And don't forget about their signature Fat Cat sandwich, featuring a full pound of hot grilled pastrami on toasted rye with melted Swiss and yellow mustard.
Empire State Delicatessen is open Monday through Friday from 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. and on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can also order online through Uber Eats or DoorDash.
So come on down to Empire State Delicatessen and celebrate 20 years of deliciousness. Looking for action-packed fun? Come experience the excitement at NOLA Motorsports Park, just minutes from downtown New Orleans.
Feel the thrill of racing on our world-class karting tracks. Perfect for all ages and skill levels. Planning a special event? Host your next party or corporate outing with us for a unique and exciting experience.
Keep an eye out for an exhilarating new attraction coming soon to NOLA Motorsports Park. This October, don't miss our spine-chilling zombie paintball event. Gear up and take on the undead in an epic paintball battle.
Ready to join the fun? Visit NOLAmotorsports.com to book your adventure today. NOLA Motorsports Park,
where excitement never stops.
Louisiana Radio Network, I'm Colleen Crane. Authorities are investigating how Iberia Parish Jail inmate Christian Broussard was able to escape Wednesday. Spokesperson Catherine Bro says they want to know what security lapses, if any, may have occurred.
Precautions and extended measures have been taken to secure that area better. This is the first time since Sheriff Romero has become sheriff that we have had a situation like this.
Broussard's initial incarceration stemmed from his alleged involvement in a shooting that occurred in New Iberia in January 2019. Bro says authorities worked diligently to ensure public safety during the manhunt that lasted several hours before Broussard was captured. Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser, along with the Louisiana Office of Tourism, leave tomorrow for India. A $300,000 grant from the U.S. Commerce Department Department is paying for the trip, and Nungesser says the goal is to increase tourism from India to Louisiana.
So we'll be going there, meeting with travel agents, tour writers, mixing in some economic development, meeting with some officials to get people in India excited about coming to Louisiana.
LRN.
Hi, how can I help you?
Hi, I'd like the new Saints score ticket from the lottery.
Here you go.
Just holding this ticket makes me feel like I'm at the game.
Ah, that would be a dream.
Here we go, folks. This is it. They're lined up for the field goal. This will be a booming attempt. Ball is snapped. Kick is away. It's high enough, long enough. It's good! Saints score! Saints score! Saints score!
Get into the game and play Saints Score from the lottery. Win up to 15 times. Win up to $100,000. Enter the second chance drawings for game experiences, merchandise, and the grand prize, a 2025 Saints season ticket package.
Woo! Saints score! Saints score!
Sir,
Saints
wake
score!
up! Wake up!
Oh, it's like I was in the game.
With Saints Score, you are.
Score big with Saints Score from the lottery. Top prize $100,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
Only Good Vibes News Network is brought to you in part by NOLA Learning Support,
providing educational therapy for students kindergarten through college with dyslexia and other mild to moderate learning differences.
Contact them at NOLALearningsupport.com.
They provide help for struggling students using research and experience to improve self-confidence and reinforce reading and writing skills.
NOLALearningsupport.com. Supporting young people is a great vibe.
Get hype on game day with the official Whistle Monster bobblehead. This action figure means business. With his game day attire and trademark oversized whistle head, grab yours today for only $40 at the following location. Jam Nola, located at 2832 Royal Street, or at Empire State Deli, located at 447 St. Charles Avenue. But remember, you can always go to whistlemonster.com for all your monster gear. T-shirts, sweatshirts, bobbleheads, and even bumper stickers. This season, show off your New Orleans football spirit in style.
Looking for action-packed fun? Come experience the excitement at NOLA Motorsports Park, just minutes from downtown New Orleans.
Feel the thrill of racing on our world-class karting tracks. Perfect for all ages and skill levels. Plan this special event, host your next party or corporate outing with us for a unique and exciting experience.
Keep an eye out for an exhilarating new attraction coming soon in NOLA Motorsports Park. This October, don't miss our spine-chilling zombie paintball race. Gear up and take on the undead in an epic paintball battle.
Ready to join the fun? Visit NOLAMotorsports.com to book your adventure today. NOLA Motorsports Park,
where excitement never stops.
This hour of programming is brought to you in part by me, Mr. Everything. Don't settle for anything. Ask for everything. Who dat?
Who dat? That's a good vibe this year,
and
huh?
all that.
And
We
all
got a
that.
good vibe. Welcome back to Only Good Vibes News Network, brought to you by Mola Motorsports Park on the West
On the
Bank.
best bank, baby. Hey, I think we got Scorch on the line. He's going to come in here with some nutritional good vibes for you.
4 minutes of nutritional vibes with Scorch. That's my radio voice.
I love it. That's perfect. Scorch, you there? Hello. Scorch, are you with us?
Hold on.
Scorch
oh,
is
wait.
live.
I think we
I'm
got
right
him.
there. Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. It's good to hear your
What are you
voice,
doing, man? You
man.
making some pomegranate
Hey.
soup or something?
Scorch is always kicking with the organic juices.
Organic
He's got the good food right around the corner from our studio here over at the
Good food. We got the good
Antidote
food.
Juice Factory over there.
Juicy, baby. What you got for us today, Scorch?
Well, I guess I think that the hurricane came through and gave us all an opportunity to test our real our mind frame on what snacking is like and how it is easy to overdo it when it comes time to testing those waters. And I think we'll talk a little bit about snacking, and I'll give you guys a nice little positive tidbit on the way out to kind of control those cravings you get from snacking.
Yeah, a lot of people they stock up on hurricane candy. I hadn't heard of that before, but a lot of people are talking about it this time around about their hurricane candy supply.
So since Jamie's gone off script a little bit, I'm going to do too. So not only did he talk about when do you eat the snacks for the hurricane? I mean, like during the middle, during the end, or
I think when you get hungry, I would say.
We're just joking around, Scorch. We really
here's the real point is that when it comes time to snacking, it really takes away from all of the goals that you're trying to set. Why is it so important to have 3 meals a day? And it's not just important, but it gives your body time to actually process the food that you had, so that by the time you're ready for your next meal, and what they call thermogenics will allow those calories to be burned away, and then you're really moving very efficiently. Now, I guess what I was saying is that the snacking is just, it blows all the diet right away. It's gone because it doesn't give the body time to actually work the nutrients. But I'll give you a nice little tip that you guys can all do, and that's follow up your meal with an apple. And let's say you had a nicely balanced protein meal that had, ground beef in it. Let's say you like potatoes. You threw some potatoes, some butter, salt, pepper. Now you still felt like you still wanted something to eat. Even after that, what happens. Follow it up with an apple, and you'll see right away those cravings will be satisfied. You'll feel fresh. You'll feel good in the mind. Or follow it up with a fresh juice, something that makes it seal the deal without it being a.
So what you're saying is when you go in for dessert, don't go for the high sugar snack. Go for a piece of fruit, something natural.
That's right, and it'll give you all the cravings that you need. The feeling of having something sweet. It'll fill you up, and it'll cut that line and make it seal the meal off. It's such a good tip to use, especially if you're trying to stay healthy.
Scorch, thank you so much. It reminds me of the old adage, an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
It really does. And speaking of doctors.
Yeah, wait a second. Scorch, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thanks, Scorch.
We love you, man.
We're going to come and get some of those juices soon, man. It was delicious.
Oh, yeah. Who that?
Who that?
I think I hear some music in the background.
What?
Whoa, there it is. You gotta back loving you. Good doctor, ladies and gentlemen. The moment you've all been waiting for.
Are you with us, Doc?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
where you at, Doc?
Where you at, Doc?
Hey,
Dr.
what you
Bruce
doing?
Almighty on the phone. We love you, brother.
Bruce Almighty. Yes.
Welcome back to the show. I'm sorry we missed you last week, but we had a good conversation in here. Everybody was so treed up with that hurricane last week.
And they were like, where's the doctor? We need to talk to the doctor.
I was sending everybody positive vibes. That's what I was doing.
Yes, sir. We felt them,
Perfect.
Doc.
We felt them, Doc. What do you have some good word for us today, Doc, about how people can take care of their mental health in this trying time?
Absolutely. We have been talking about how words are important and how keeping your thoughts in line helps to control what happens in your present. And with that, I'd like to discuss another option that people can use in their day-to-day, and it's called a mantra. So a mantra is something that you would say to yourself over and over again, sometimes out loud, sometimes mentally. And by doing so, you help to program the subconscious. So when you do a mantra that has a positive value, you can program the subconscious to bring about positive events in life.
Ooh, I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Powerful,
It's almost like a daily affirmation type of thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. My favorite one to teach my patients is I am in complete health. Because if you can believe it, then you will do the things that are necessary to bring about the actuality of it.
So you're saying just by telling yourself you're in good health.
Yep. Your cells will believe it, and the body will do things such as the thermogenesis that Scott Scorch was talking about. It will rev that up, help burn more calories, right? The mind controls everything, and the mind isn't the brain. It's what processes the thoughts that we think. So by controlling the thoughts, we control the outcomes. We control the speech, which means we control our actions, and then our actions control what actually shows up in the world.
I know why people love you, Doc.
Doc, that's so in tune with the mission of our show. You know, one of the things that Whistle and I always talk about when we're preparing for the show is that we're trying to give people an hour just to practice being in a good mood and having positive thoughts and thinking about people doing good things in the world, because in a way that they model their reality like that. If they take and practice for an hour, it might wash over. They could get a couple of hours of positive vibes and positive thoughts out of the experience.
It spills over and expands exponentially. So I'll leave the audience with one powerful, the most powerful that I've used thus far, outside of the one that I can't truly share. But this is called I am infinitely powerful. Because when you understand your power, then you are capable of overcoming your fear. And if you can overcome your fears, then you can achieve what it is that you dream. Wow. So keep a mantra in your pocket and use them because they're powerful tools.
So,
Doc, I think that was very important. Can you say that one more time, please, for people that didn't really let it sink in?
The mantra.
I use the mantra, I am infinitely powerful.
Now, when you say you use the mantra, Doc, how do you use it?
As I am walking down the halls, as I am doing something that's tedious, I just mentally repeat it in my mind and know it in my soul to be true.
Absolutely. Infinitely powerful. I would like for anyone out there listening to us right now, practice that right now, just like we did. And you can practice it with me, Whistle. You ready?
Yeah.
I am infinitely powerful.
Absolutely. And feel that
infinitely
energy
powerful.
come over you. Feel the energy come over you. And when you do, you know you've hit the sweet spot.
Absolutely. And Doc, I've read this before. I didn't read it. I saw it somewhere. Some guy said this, and it made a lot of sense to me. He goes, positive people aren't just born positive. What they do is, it's like you taking seeds and planting a garden, right? And plant the seeds. I'd say you're going to put in strawberries. You're hoping for tomatoes to come out. Well, that's not what's going to happen. You got to manicure the garden. You got to keep feeding your mind. You also have to understand that it takes work. And the thing that was about was people who are positive aren't actually just born positive. They think positive. They have to work at it, like you have to work at a garden, and you got to plant that seed of positivity if you want it to grow. But if you just want to say, I'm going to plant the seed and leave it in, it's whatever it is.
Absolutely. Plant those seeds of positivity as often as you can, because you never know when they're going to sprout, and they always sprout at just the right time.
And you never know when you're going to need that skill. And that is when you practice being positive, you develop the skill of being positive. And then when something happens, like say a surprise storm comes up out of Texas in 2 days flat, you can adapt and overcome because you have a positive attitude.
And you're not freaking out buying water and batteries for nothing.
Exactly. Or eating your feelings with the junk food instead of choosing the food.
I mean, I love the way those things married. I love the way our 4 minutes of neurological positivity and nutritional positivity married themselves today, because they went hand in hand with each other today.
Hand in hand. Dr. Bruce Almighty.
So, Doc, I got a quick question for you offhand here.
Yes, sir.
So, who do you think is going to win the Saints game today? Not tonight, but this weekend.
Who that?
That's all you got to say.
Yeah,
Doc.
you're right.
That's all you got to say.
Hey, Doc, thanks so much for your time. It's the most important thing that people truly have. Thank you.
Dr. Bruce Almighty.
You guys have a blessed day. Unceasing blessings, everyone.
Thank
Amen,
you so
Doc.
much.
Thank you.
A reoccurring guest on our show. And he'll be back next week. In the meantime, hear from our sponsors and call us when we come back. 504-556-9696. You could win a bobblehead doll. I gave you the JD Vance. Give me the JD.
Only Good Vibes News Network is brought to you in part by NOLA Learning Support,
providing educational therapy for students kindergarten through college with dyslexia and other mild to moderate learning differences.
Contact them at NOLALearningsupport.com.
They provide help for struggling students using research and experience to improve self-confidence and reinforce reading and writing skills.
LolaLearningSupport.com. Supporting young people is a great
Get hype on game day with the official Whistle Monster bobblehead. This action figure means business. With his game day attire and trademark oversized whistle head, grab yours today for only $40 at the following location. Jam Nola, located at 2832 Royal Street, or at Empire State Deli, located at 447 St. Charles Avenue. But remember, you can always go to whistlemonster.com for all your monster gear. T-shirts, sweatshirts, bobbleheads, and even bumper stickers. This season, show off your New Orleans football spirit in style.
Getting ready to host a party but feeling overwhelmed? Gray's Gardens is here to help. From intimate to extravagant, Gray's Gardens creates delicious charcuterie boards, tables, and boxes. We're not just talking meat and cheese here. We've got nuts, almonds, honey, sweets, seafood, and so much more. We also offer hassle-free Bloody Mary bars with all the fixings. Make a big impression on your guests. Olympic-themed boards are popular this year, or you could liven up your game day parties this football season with custom-built tables. Gray's Gardens takes care of everything, from setup to cleanup. So contact Michelle at Gray's Gardens on Instagram today. Gray's Gardens, charcuterie meets attitude.
Did you know that Empire State Delicatessen, located at 447 St. Charles Avenue, celebrates its 20th birthday on Sunday, September 9th?
That's right. For 2 decades, Empire State Delicatessen has been serving New Orleans the finest Boar's Head brand meats and cheeses.
Whether you're looking for a quick sandwich for lunch or a catering spread for your next event, Empire State Delicatessen has you covered.
With a wide variety of sandwiches, entrees, salads, and more. There's something for everyone at Empire State.
And don't forget about their signature Fat Cat sandwich, featuring a full pound of hot grilled pastrami on toasted rye with melted Swiss and yellow mustard.
Empire State Delicatessen is open Monday through Friday from 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. and on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can also order online through Uber Eats or DoorDash.
So come on down to Empire State Delicatessen and celebrate 20 years of deliciousness.
What's up, my people? This is Derek Smoker Freeman. You're listening to the Only Good Vibes News Network with Jamie and Whistle right here on AM 990 in New Orleans. Yeah.
I want to bring. Yes, we're back to
accentuate the positive.
We always actuate the positive on Only Good Vibes News Network.
That's what our show's all about, accentuating the positive.
Absolutely. Welcome back to Only Good Vibes News Network, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, speaking of positive, how about Rebecca Rainey? I mean, she had to go, but man, what a wonderful mission she's on. What a wonderful
soul.
Work she does. She's the program director for the Metro Center for Community Advocacy. Do yourself a favor and get involved with your community, whether you're helping her or you're helping Greg Ravy over there at New Orleans Heroes or Garrick Tabb with the Roots of Music. One of the things we love to do here is give you ways to help the world. If anyone, and I do mean everyone, can complain about this world, but there are a few people out there doing really wonderful things. I want you to be one of them, and that's why we have the Only Good Vibes.
I think that everything you said is perfect except one thing.
What's that?
I think there's a lot more than just a few people doing good things.
Well,
I think
yeah.
there's a ton.
There's a ton.
We just here for you and I on this earth to find them. And we
Find
have
them.
found 8 of them.
Put a spotlight on them, and
we got 22 to do.
We've got about another 13 more shows to go. So if you know someone who's doing good things in your community, you can have them come on our show. We'd be happy to do an interview with them, put a spotlight on them, because that's what we like to do, spotlight the good vibes. You can do that by emailing us at ogvnn@wgso.com, and you can send an email there. We'll reach out to you. We'll get you on the show. Another thing you can do today is if you are a Saints fan and you want a Whistle Monster bobblehead action figure, you can call us here at the studio. If you get to the right number, we're not saying what it is. If you get to the right number, you can win a Whistle Monster bobblehead. The number here is 504-556-9696. Call us. Let's talk about these New Orleans Saints, because we know what's lifting the city right now, and they wear black and gold.
Yes, we love that. Who that's. One thing I wanted to tell people today is we have a winner.
We have a winner. Oh yeah, we had the Grace Gardens was giving away a charcuterie board. We had to put it off a week because we had that hurricane last week, but we have a winner this week. They're going to win a charcuterie board for their Saints game, and then they're also going to get a bobblehead. Who's the winner?
The winner is, let me get a drum roll, please.
That's a big drum roll.
Man, that was a long drum roll. We're wild today. I'm thinking something in the air in the studio.
It's that full moon. We're all coming off.
How do you do that, man?
Crowded bottom teeth and big lungs, man. Like
I can't.
And the winner is, ladies and gentlemen, after a long hard-fought battle, the winner is, Jelly Biscuit.
JB. He's got a band. I think he's got a show this week.
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
You have a show too, don't you?
Yeah, I have a show Saturday. I'm playing over at the Scyther's Seafood. They didn't have music for a couple of weeks because the weather was so hot, and then Jason's got a brand new menu he came out with, and me and Dave Easler are going to bring some Zen Cowboys music there to Scyther's Seafood out there in Harahan, Louisiana.
So you hear that, listeners, right? So if you're in Harahan and you don't feel like crossing the Jefferson Parish line, you can go check out Jamie over at Scyther's Seafood.
I'm playing 5 to 8 over there at Scyther's. He has an outdoor stage, some of the best boiled seafood in the world. He's doing a blackened redfish with a soft shell crab.
Ooh.
That I am going to eat before I sing.
Wow. And listen, if you are like me, uptown baby, New Orleans, UPT, you can go and holler at your boy JB over at your world famous Maple Leaf Bar.
That's right. And please, if you're listening, if you're in earshot of the radio live here today, call us 504-556-9696. Talk to you about the Saints. We can talk to you about Rebecca Rainey. We can talk to you about any of the programs we've had on the show so far.
One of the
All
things,
you have to do is pick up the phone and call 504-556-9696.
And let's not forget, you guys can also go over to NOLA Motorsports Park and check out the zombie apocalypse. Man.
That's right. You know, my buddy Whistle here, he had this show in mind for quite some time, and I said I'll help you out with it. And we talked to the station over here, and the people at NOLA Motorsports Park got behind us 100%. The reason you are watching us, the reason you are hearing us, is all because those folks over there at NOLA Motorsports Park. So.
Absolutely. And look, there's a couple of things that I want to say because we have some time here. The big 6 things that we don't always get a chance to say until the end of the show. Or
hit them with the big 6. Let's
go
into
big 6 things that people can do that's okay to do. You know, Ron, it's okay to have humility, empathy, and compassion for yourself.
It is.
Because, you know, if you're going to have empathy, humility, and compassion for yourself, then you can give it to other people. You can't give it to other people if you don't have it. And mostly highly motivated people, like most people listening to the show and us guys here.
The 3 of us?
Yeah, we don't really want to pat ourselves on the back and be like, we did a great job today, man. We really killed it. But you need to do that sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You do. So, and that's
you need to remember, you are infinitely powerful.
And I just want to spread some positive messages to you guys.
All right, let's hear it.
You guys are a real pleasure to work with, and I love what you're doing.
Thanks, man.
Keep doing your thing, man. And I, just wish y'all all the best in the near future.
Thank you so much. And
with the show and everything.
I've seen your show, our podcast, some of them. And, I want to talk to you, so I may as well talk to you about it right now. Some of your guests, I think we should have on our show because you really do have some really good guests on there, and we're like along that same vein. And the last 3 things.
So to go back, review the first 3.
The first 3 is empathy, humility, and compassion. That's the first 3 things of the big 6 that is okay. And look, if you guys want to see what it looks like, you can look at us on Only Good Vibes News Network on YouTube. Go to it, subscribe, watch us live. You can look at it, podcast us back later, you can webcast us. But the second 3 big 6 things that are okay, which will be 4, 5, and 6, is always help people. Because helping people, believe it or not, is going to be an inside job because it's going to start making you feel even better than the person you help. And then secondly, always try to be better. Because when we try and be better, we understand one thing, that nobody's perfect. So when you understand that you can make a mistake, that you can mess up, that you can do something that wasn't planned, that wasn't planned, don't beat yourself up for long. Just tear the page, move on to the next day and do something better. And my favorite one is this, out of these big 6, is the 6th one. It's leave the world better than you found it. Now, Jay,
Easy.
you know,
Easy
there's
mission right
easy
there.
ways to do it, like help people buy
Easy
like
mission. You can-
food,
you can-
water, and air.
You can. It's as simple as if you're walking down the street and you see a piece of trash on the street, pick it up and put it in the garbage can. That leaves the world better than you found it, and that takes no money. It takes very, very little energy, and you don't have to go around bragging about the things you do in the world. Just do it. You'll watch it come back to you. You'll watch the whole world around you. You start making your world better, and other people see that, and they start making their world better, and pretty soon the whole world looks better.
That's absolutely true. And the one that I'm talking about and focusing on almost all the time, like beating a drum to death, is that meeting a random stranger, having a great interaction with them. We met Rebecca at Galatoire's on Fridays. Now, she was just a stranger before that. Now we went ahead and talked to her, and we went out and we went in 4-fold, 5-fold, 6-fold, doing the same thing with more people like Rebecca, and Rebecca meet more people like us, and we keep going out. Isn't that really leaving the world better than you found it? And then again, doesn't cost a whole lot of money, doesn't cost a whole bunch of effort. All you got to do is bump into somebody in the line at the store, say, "Hey man, how you doing? How's your day going? And what's up? You like the Saints?"
And you never know what people are going through. Sometimes just that little bit of effort can really turn people's day around. Some people listen to our show and they're like, "Wow, I was just listening to your show and I had a much better day because of it." Because you are infinitely powerful.
We did have a lot. So Jay,
and remember, the world is full of good people.
If you don't see one,
be one
all the time. And look, remember, you can check us out at WGSO 990 AM. You can podcast us. You can see us on the web.
You can listen to
Only
all
Good
of
Vibes
our archive shows at WGSO.com. And you can tune in next Thursday. We're going to have Chris Berry, our station leader over here. He's
Yes,
going to be
sir.
our guest. So tune in next Thursday as well.
Yes, who dat? Thanks for your time. You guys are amazing, and we love the emails and everything. Keep them coming, guys.
The world is full of good people. If you don't see one,
be one. Who dat?
They got this and that with a rattle attack test and one.
Get hype on game day with the official Whistle Monster bobblehead. This action figure means business. With his game day attire and trademark oversized whistle head, grab yours today for only $40 at the following locations. Jam Nola, located at 2832 Royal Street, or at Empire State Deli, located at 447 St. Charles Avenue. But remember, you can always go to whistlemonster.com for all your monster gear. T-shirts, sweatshirts, bobbleheads, and even bumper stickers. This season, show off your New Orleans football spirit in style.
Only Good Vibes News Network is brought to you in part by NOLA Learning Support,
providing educational therapy for students kindergarten through college with dyslexia and other mild to moderate learning differences.
Contact them at NOLALearningsupport.com.
They provide help for struggling students using research and experience to improve self-confidence and reinforce reading and writing skills.
NOLALearningsupport.com. Supporting young people is a great vibe.
Looking for action-packed fun? Come experience the excitement at NOLA Motorsports Park, just minutes from downtown New Orleans.
Feel the thrill of racing on our world-class karting tracks. Perfect for all ages and skill levels. Plan this special event? Host your next party or corporate outing with us for a unique and exciting experience.
Keep an eye out for an exhilarating new attraction coming soon to NOLA Motorsports Park. This October, don't miss our spine-chilling zombie paintball event. Gear up and take on the undead in an epic paintball battle.
Ready to join the fun? Visit NOLAMotorsports.com to book your adventure today. NOLA Motorsports Park,
where excitement never stops.
It's Jeff Cruier. Listen to Ringside Politics weekdays, 7 to 9 in the morning and 6 to 7 in the evening, right here on WGSO 990 AM, New Orleans.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters reporting. New surveys reveal Vice President Harris's support among Black Protestants and Hispanic Catholics is growing. while former President Trump's support amongst religious voters remains the same. Correspondent Bernie Bennett has more.
Two new reports, one from Lifeway Research on Tuesday and another from Pew Research Center last week, offer the first quantitative picture of religious voters' views on the November election since Vice President